grew up with my father dead and having a estranged relationship with my mother. So I know what it
When OG first appeared, he was really, really sick. He was also emotionally and mentally ill, if you can call that predatory. I know what it's like to go through life without having someone you can run to because I grew up with my father dead and having a strange relationship with my mother. Augustina is at last clearing the air on his relationship with Jada, and his remarks have brought off a fresh round of criticism against the singer, with some fans even going so far as to label her a predator. Not only was August sick and depressed when he met Jada, but he also recently revealed he was assayed as a child, which makes the whole situation even more disturbing when you realize Jada is 21 years older than him, so just imagine if the situation was reversed. And if Will initiated a relationship with one of his daughter's friends who was sick and vulnerable, Will would have been instantly canal. And rightfully so, so how come no one held Jada accountable for taking advantage of August? To be clear, August was an adult. And he never accused Jada of forcing him to do anything. However, Jada knew how vulnerable he was, so for her to seduce him was extremely problematic. To say the least, though, how does August feel now about his entanglement with Jada? Does he think Jada took advantage of him like a predator? Well, let's break it down. I think when you are desperate and you suffer in a lot, and you just get so tired of suffering that you would do just about anything to get out of that space. A few years ago, Alsina's name became a major headline when Jaden will publicly address the details of Jada's so-called entanglement. With August at the time, most people accused Jada of cheating. However, Jada recently revealed that she and Will have been separated since 2016. August also later claimed that Will gave him his blessing to be with Jada. However, as bizarre as this sounds, there's something way more disturbing we need to talk about. When it comes to August's relationship with Jada, August's life story is filled with hardships, such as losing loved ones to addiction, facing serious health issues, and dealing with the drug addiction of both his father and stepfather. He also had a difficult relationship with his mother. Many fans have speculated that August got involved with Jada to fill a motherly void, but this has only made things worse for him because he developed genuine feelings for her, even though it seemed like she was only using him to boost her ego. At one point, August lost all of his support network, and in a 2015 interview on The Breakfast Club, he said he didn't feel like he had any family. August expressed his gratitude to her for raising him, but he made it clear that they were never really honest men. I don't have no F on my F. In the same interview, August talked about his struggles with deep depression and disclosed that he considered suicide because he had no one to turn to. I talked about my thoughts of suicide because it's true that I remember being extremely depressed and not knowing what to do because my father is dead and I don't have anyone to teach me, man. I'm saying that I'm lost and losing my vision, and you don't check on your child because I've had so many operations, and my mom doesn't even check on it. In addition, August had to deal with the death of loved ones. His sister Chandra passed away from cancer in December 2018, and 3 days before August turned 18, his brother Melvin was cruelly shot and killed. August had battled substance abuse and developed a painkiller addiction. In 2019, he was hospitalized and diagnosed with nerve damage from an autoimmune disorder that had previously affected him, which rendered him temporarily blind and unable to walk. On top of all of this, August had to deal with more hardships in his 2020 documentary series, Emergency Proclamation. Alsina's ascent, as you can see. August had a difficult upbringing and lacking a strong support system. He welcomed Jen Will's assistance with open arms. August disclosed that he had been sexually molested as a child by a close acquaintance. He told his mother not to tell anyone, but she did share the information with strangers in the neighborhood. Are you also going to reveal the fact that you have me when I was in your presence as a child? I remember asking my parents to keep that a secret, and not even a day later, random people told me, "Oh yeah, you know your mama said this." Initially, August grew close to Jaden, Will's son, and Jaden introduced him to his parents. Jada later claimed in her Red Table Talk interview with Will that she wanted to help August, and Will confirmed that August was in really bad shape when they first met him. And it all started with him just needing some help, me wanting to help his health, his mental state, 'cause for me, that was the thing when when OG first came around. He was really sick. He was really sick, yeah, but pay attention in this next clip to how Will said the love they gave to August was initially about August's health, which means that over time it turned into something else. And the outpouring for him from our family goes on initially about his health, yeah. And we all know what Will's referring to here, because Jada ended up initiating an intimate relationship with August, which she called an entanglement change, claimed that she and Will were going through some issues. And basically she used August to feel better about herself as far as what you and I decided we were going to take our space. And what happened, yeah. And then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said, an entanglement. Yes, absolutely. I was in a lot of pain. And I was very broken now in the process of that relationship. I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of your self-image. So G couldn't think of any other way to feel good about herself other than to initiate an entanglement with a depressed, physically and mentally unwell young man, almost half her age, who was also as a child. Now, of course, no one forced August to do anything with Jada. However, Jada being older and knowing how vulnerable August was should have been reason enough for her to not even consider getting involved with him. What made the whole thing even more traumatic for August is that he actually developed real feelings for Jada. However, Jada was through with him as soon as she got what she wanted. And I truly and really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to. Because of him, several industry figures called out Jada for taking advantage of August. Among them was D.L. Hughley, who called Jada's behavior predatory, pointing out that people would have been way more outraged if Will had done something like this. And then Charlemagne the God also blasted Jada and said she was dead wrong for putting her needs before August's well-being. J. Pink Smith was dead wrong. August, I seen that young man came to her broken in need of healing, and her responses, I wanted to feel good. I hadn't felt good in a long time. So you slept with him, never mind how that young man is feeling. You just got to get yours. That is the epitome of toxic behavior. That is a woman leading with a toxic masculine and not the divine feminine. As for August, he never tried Jay in public. However, you could tell that he was deeply hurt by the way she discarded him, because he hinted several times in interviews that he had genuine feelings for her. And since Jada's once again now making headlines for all the wrong reasons, fans are saying she should be held accountable for taking advantage of August. One fan said August had lost several family members, was now responsible for raising his sister's daughters, was drowning in grief, and was severely depressed. He was suffering. And she took advantage. How can people just look past that? And another fan wrote, a sick kid comes to adults, and instead of helping, they screw him up even more along with their own kid for their own pleasures. Point any fingers you want. Jada is cruel and in charge for some reason. So if Will is crying, it's because of his own foolishness. She has a significant influence over him. However, let's hear what you think about all of this. Do you believe Jada exploited August and traumatized him? Leave a comment below, then watch the next video.